Get your weakness policy today at the battle tree.
What? I thought I had ad block enabled. Why is there an ad here?
What is going on, everybody? The biggest problem in the competitive smoke on a VGC community here.
It's funny because it's true.
Bringing you guys another Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. Now this one's going to be an underused tier battle against Elias, somebody I battled off my Discord server. Now if you guys are looking for a place to find Wi-Fi battles or a place to hang out, talk about Pokemon and overall have a good time, all that fun stuff, I'll leave a link to my Discord server in the description down below. Feel free to join it if that does interest you. So today we're utilizing a team that looks pretty cancerous at first glance, but it's actually really bad. Now, have you ever heard of a team that was actually like so bad that it was good?
But Weedle, aren't all your teams bad?
Oh yeah.
This team, it looks pretty cancerous and annoying to play against at first glance, but this team's actually pretty damn heat, and overall, I'm actually pretty proud of it. My opponent's team is actually really threatening for me to deal with. My opponent has Hydreigon, Mamoswine, Skizzer, Amoonguss, Empoleon, and Crobat, which kind of sucks for me because my team is really weak to Skizzer, and I'm like, Alexa, how do you use Skizzer?
Swords dance, bullet punch.
And I'm just like,
Help me!
I kind of lose to that, don't I? But hey, we're gonna do our best with my team. Let's just get right into this battle against Elias. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a warning ahead of time. This battle is extremely long, and it is around 40 turns long, which for showdown replays isn't that long, but for Wi-Fi battles, that's pretty damn long for my standards. So yeah, we're gonna be in for a pretty long battle, so hopefully you guys stick around till the end, because if you guys leave till like halfway through, you'll miss out on a lot of the fun shit that happens in this battle. So I was actually expecting my opponent to lead off with this Crobat, but he actually leads off with Hydreigon instead, which kind of stinks because he's actually able to go for a U-turn here, get some free offensive momentum. Now the reason why I let off with Celebi expecting the Crobat lead is because I'm actually Scarf Celebi, so I would have been able to one-shot it with Scarf Psychic, then get rid of Crobat turn 1, which would have been really nice. And my opponent lead off with Hydreigon instead, which kind of stinks, so he's able to get some offensive momentum, bringing in Empoleon, as I just go for Thunderbolt here with my Jelly Ultra, which is a reference to Paper Mario. My opponent's gonna go for the Stealth Rocks here with his Empoleon. It's always like the best idea to go up Entry Hazards ASAP in competitive battles, because that nice 12% every time something switches in is really useful. Then 25% on flying types, fire types, ice types, like that kind of shit is just totally balanced. So my opponent's going to protect here as I actually make an over prediction, expecting my opponent to switch out in Fear Thunderbolt, but he actually stays in, goes for protect, so I'm like, alright, now he's going to switch out for sure. So I actually just go for Power Gem again, but he ends up staying in, so I'm like, oh, I'm really bad. I'm so bad at this game. People think I'm good at this game. No, I'm really bad at this game. The teams I use are bad. My videos are bad. Don't think I'm good at this game, people. But we're gonna actually get burned by Scald, which kind of sucks. We're gonna activate our weakness policy, giving us increased special attack, allowing us to be able to deal with this Empoleon because Thunderbolt should be able to knock him out from that range of health. Though after another leftovers recovery, he might be able to live. So I'm going to predict my opponent to go for Protect here, because I know he's going to definitely go for it here. He has no reason not to, because I'm burned, so he gets burn chip damage and he gets more lefties. So I'm going to go for the Wonder Room to actually invert defense and special defense. So as you can see, these defense and special defense stats are swapped, which is actually a pretty exact explanation. So basically, say for Blissey, for example, has base 135 special defense and really low physical defense. That's pretty much switched around so that really high special defense stat gets put into physical defense. So that is what Wonder Room does. It can be really useful when used in the right situation. So I go for Thunderbolt again as my opponent's going to bring in his Good Sport. Get it? Good Sport. Because Amoonguss always goes for Spore. I know that all too well from BGC. But I'm going to go for the Power Gem here with my Nihilego, trying to get off as much damage as possible. I should have went for Sludge Wave there. I really should have, but I kind of thought my opponent may have switched into a Skizzer there, being afraid of Sludge Wave. So I just went for the safe move, which kind of bit me in the butt. However, I kind of misplayed there. Not too big of a deal. We get off as much damage as we can to Amoonguss. And now I'm going to bring in my...
Exactly.
My Blissey. Now this Blissey, you guys are probably thinking, oh, he's going to go for Seismic, he's going to go for Stealth Rocks.
So bored.
No. This Blissey set right here is so heat. So he's going to bring in a Swine Flu, which is like a name from like 1990, but it's okay. We don't judge you for having super duper old nicknames, okay? Like nicknames from like Gen 4, but it's okay. No judge challenge. We're going to go for Calm Mind here with our Blissey. We are actually Calm Mind Blissey, right? Now under Wonder Room, which makes my special defense and my physical defense stat, let's check this Earthquake damage real quick. That did absolutely nothing. And now we're gonna nom 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 on my Key Berry, giving us increased defenses. which is really, really useful because once Wonder Room wears off, obviously you're really, really prone to physical attacks, and Calm Mind makes it so you don't immediately fall to special attacks during the Wonder Room duration. So now Wonder Room is about to wear off. Yeah, it does wear off here, and the next Earthquake shouldn't be able to knock me out, though my opponent doesn't even try to go for it. He actually just hard switches out into his Penguini here as Empoleon. I'm assuming he might carry the Roar, which is pretty scary to deal with. I just go for Ice Beam here, even though he had Thick Fat, just for some damage. We're gonna go for the Ice Beam, and we're gonna get a Serene Grace freeze on the Empoleon because Serene Grace does double your secondary effects on move, so Ice Beam actually has a 20% chance to freeze, and then my other move, which is Thunder, has a 60% chance to paralyze. My opponent does have Scald, so it's not too big of a deal that he, got frozen, but that kind of stinks for my opponent anyways because he's forced to go for Scald versus what he wanted to go for, which was probably Toxic and or Roar. I'm gonna go for Thunder here against the Empoleon, as we do a nice chunk of damage, and we get the 60% chance to get that paralyzed, which really sucks for him because now we outspeed the Empoleon, which will allow us to go for Thunder and just like knock him out. So we're gonna go for Thunder here. We actually hit 2 Thunders in a row, which is the equivalent of hitting 2 Focus Blasts in a row, so we're just pulling miracles left and right in this battle. Down goes Empoleon. We actually hacked the Empoleon to oblivion, but it's okay. Down goes Empoleon to Thunder, as now my opponent's gonna bring in his Acrobat, his Crobat. Nice Chug-a-Conroy nickname right there. Acrobat, Acrobat, get it, it's funny. My opponent's gonna go for Fly MZ Brave Bird, which is really, really scary because, despite the fact we do have the defense increase from Keyberry, this is still a physical Z move stab, so I'm kind of fearful of how much damage this is going to do to my Blissey, but at the same time, I'm pretty confident we can live at the range of health I'm at right now because my Blissey is really, really bulky. I'm actually max defense, max HP with the Keyberry, so this is going to do absolutely nothing for a Z move, and now I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam into Crobat, and it does do a nice chunk of damage, but we get another free set with Ice Beam. So Serene Grace Ice Beam, guys, OP as fuck. So he's actually frozen here. I'm gonna take full advantage of this, go for Soft Boiled. I kind of felt so bad for this. I was actually tempted to not go for Soft Boiled, but at the same time, I want Calm Mind Blissey to pop off, and I was kind of confused because my opponent didn't bring in the Skizzer here after I took down his Empoleon, so I'm like, why wouldn't he bring in the Skizor against my Blissey? Like, I feel like that just doesn't make any sense. But then my opponent is gonna bring in his Swine Flu here, the Mammal Swine. Gonna go for the Ice Beam here against the Mammal Swine, as it does do no damage because it is because of Thick Fat. It just doesn't do damage. My opponent ends up being Dual Screen Mammal Swine, which is not really a set I've seen like ever. So he actually has Dual Screen Mammal Swine, or maybe he only has Light Screen for all I know. Who knows? I'm gonna go for Soft Boiled here, expecting Earthquake to come out or Icicle Crash, and my opponent just goes for Light Screen instead, knowing that he's not going to do too much damage to me after I got my Keyberry. So my opponent's going to swap out here and bring in his good Sport again, his Amoonguss. Is actually just go for another Calm Mind because I have no reason not to at this point because Earthquake will not 2 KO me and I'm able to go for another Calm Mind. And since he got the Light Screen off, I just was better off going for Calm Mind. So at this point, this Blissey's looking unbeatable, right? Because like, I guess my opponent might have Clear Smog in his Amoonguss, but I still got a nice +3 Ice Beam here with my Blissey. So I'm going to go straight for Ice Beam here with my Blissey. See how much damage we can do. Don't do it too much damage. But we get a 3rd freeze with the Ice Beam. But my opponent thaws out and is able to land a Toxic on my Blissey. Now, my opponent said that was what his goal was with Empoleon, but I kind of hacked his Empoleon to death. And now he's finally able to get the Toxic off against my Blissey. And my Blissey does have Serene Grace, not Natural Cure, so it's looking pretty bad for my Blissey. Since now I'm finally poisoned, but hey, we literally just RNG'd my opponent's team to oblivion, so I can't really complain. My opponent's gonna bring in this Crobat here, which is frozen as Death Fodder. Pretty smart play as I just go for Ice Beam again to knock out the Crobat. So I guess we could have saved Crobat, but it was unlikely it was gonna thaw. So down goes the Crobat to the Ice Beam, and yeah, that kind of sucks for my opponent. I froze 3 of his Pokemon with this damn Blissey. But now he's going to bring in this Chop here, Skizzer. And I'm like, finally, he sends out Skizzer. I guess I'm finally going to get defeated here. But then my opponent switches out of his Skizzer here to bait out my Thunder and brings in his Mammal Swine. So I'm like, oh, you got me. Nice bait. But at the same time, I was just expecting him to go for a U-turn anyway. So whatever. I'm going to take more poison damage here, which kind of stinks. My Blissey's starting to get chipped down, and I can't really win with it. If I didn't get Toxic, though, this Blissey would have been unkillable, but, not too much I can do about that. I'm going to bring in my Vivian here. Another Paper Mario reference. I had Jelly Ultra, then I had Lego, and now I have Vivian, the Miss Magius, which I named after the Shadow Siren from the 1,000-Year Door. But now he's going to switch out of his Mammal Spine, bring in his good Sport again, as I do have the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm actually going to go for Magic Room instead because I wanted to set up the magic room because I wanted to win with my Scarf Nasty Paw Togekiss. So he's going to bring in his Amoonguss here, and I don't want to get Spore, so I'm going to go for the Taunt here because it's quite obvious he's going to go for Spore because he has no reason not to at this point. So go for Taunt to prevent this Spore, which is very, very nice. The opposing Light Screen is going to wear off, so I'm like, now is a perfect time to bring in my Togekiss here and start setting up. So I'm going to bring in my Outskilled here, my Togekiss. As my opponent makes a really smart play here, he's actually going to switch out as well, predicting my Togekiss to come in, and he's going to bring back out his Swine Flu, predicting my Togekiss. So that was a really smart play on my opponent's part. He knew how I was going to bring in my Togekiss there, and I kind of got wrecked by that double switch. So now I'm going to be forced out of here if I don't want to die to Icicle Crash. Got to bring in my Bromacia, my Slowbro, as I'm going to take some Stealth Rocks damage here. My opponent's going to go for the Icicle Crash, which shouldn't be doing all that much damage to a Slowbro. I actually am Mega Slowbro as well, so only to get more bulky from here on out. So he's going to do no damage with the Icicle Crash. Now I'm expecting my opponent to switch out because, you know, Slowbro versus Mamoswine not going to go so high for my opponent. He's going to bring in his Hydreigon here as I'm actually going to go for the Trick Room. So that was the final room move. I had Wonder Room, Magic Room, and Trick Room. So I'm going to go for the Trick Room here, as Magic Room is going to wear off, which means Hydreigon Scarf is now active again. I'm expecting my opponent to predict me to bring in Togekiss and or Blissey again and go for U-turn. Now this was actually really risky, but at this point I couldn't really do any other plays. My opponent, I'm going to go for Belly Drum here, hoping he goes for the U-turn, because if he goes for U-turn, I got off a +6 Slowbro under Trick Room, man. That's so intense. My opponent does go for the U-turn here, which kind of sucks because we're able to live at 20 health because we're Mega Slowbro, and now he has to deal with a +6 Slowbro under Trick Room, which is amazing. He's going to bring in his Chop Chop here, Skizzer, and I'm like, bro, Bullet Punch will not kill me from this range of health. There's no way Bullet Punch kills me. So my opponent's going to switch out of his Skizzer here, and he's going to bring out his good Sports again, trying to bait out my Water move here with his Amoonguss. I actually don't even have a Water move on my Slowbro. I have Drain Punch. Actually, yeah, I do. I lied. I have a Drain Punch, and I have Liquidation. No, I have Aqua Tail, not Liquidation. I have Aqua Tail. I wish this thing learned Liquidation, but it only gets Aqua Tail, which is just like a worse version of Liquidation. But, you know, we're not going to judge Game Freak's decision to make Waterfall, Aqua Tail, and Liquidation for physical Water moves, and, like, for the other moves like Flare Blitz, you get Fire Punch and Flare Blitz, and that's it. Like, come on, Game Freak, what are you doing? And you also get Fire Fang too, my bad. So here I go for Liquidation, which I missed, which doesn't really matter, but now I'm able to go for a Drain Punch at +6 attack, knock out the Datara, the Hydreigon, which is, I believe, is a Naruto reference, is it not? Because Datara has, like, mouth for hands, and so does Hydreigon, so that is my guess. Down goes the Hydreigon to Drain Punch as well, and now Trick Room's going to wear off, which kind of sucks for me. But now he's going to bring in his Chops up here, the Skizzer, and I'm like, bro, I lived U-turn from this range of health. There's no way I died to U-turn. But then my opponent reveals Silver Wind. Silver Wind Skizzer. My opponent is fucking Special Skizzer, which explains why he didn't bring it out against Blissey earlier on. So he actually goes for Silver Wind, doesn't get the boost, which is unfortunate for him. Gonna bring in my Togekiss here because I do have the Flamethrower, which will hit this Skizzer super effectively. As my opponent's gonna choose to preserve his Skizzer for later on, and he's going to bring out his Swine Flu. That was also just to see if he actually did have the Bullet Punch, but he doesn't have Bullet Punch because he's Special Skizzer. Obviously, he's not gonna have Bullet Punch. Gonna go for the Flamethrower here with my Togekiss. I can't believe Alexa was wrong. Every Togekiss, or every Skizzer carries Sword Stance Bullet Punch, but this guy doesn't even have SD Bullet Punch. Like, what the hell, dude? He's a god. But I'm gonna bring in exactly here as Death Water because I don't want to die to Earthquake or Icicle Crash with my Togekiss. It is my win con. My opponent's gonna go for these screens again. No reason not to at this point. Goes for the Light Screen. I mean, plus he's gonna die to Poison eventually, so I'm pretty much just letting it die now because there's no reason to save it. But at the same time, I'm like, he got off Light Screen, so I'm like, he's probably gonna switch back out again, but like, there's not much I can do about that. So he's gonna bring in his Skizzer. I actually just go for Soft Boil because I want to get my health back. Despite the fact I'm poisoned, this does help me check special attackers, and just keeping this healthy is overall my best play. So he's gonna bring in a Skizzer here, and I'm like, Skizzer really can't touch me if he is Special Skizzer, but at the same time, he's gonna get off some free Silver Run boosts here. So I'm actually going to switch out of my Blissey here and bring in my Togekiss, knowing he's gonna go for Silver Wind again. Like, I know he's gonna fish for that Silver Wind boost. You can't fool me, man. So he's gonna go for the Silver Wind with this Skizzer, and he actually does get it off. Goes for Silver Wind, and he actually does get the Silver Run boost here. So my opponent's gonna be able to get that 10% chance to get all of his stats increased, which is pretty funny. So he actually has +1 in every single stat right now. As I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower here against the Skizzer, see how much damage we can do to it. But since he has Light Screen up and he special defense boost, he actually lives. inactivates his weakness policy. He has weakness policy Skizzer. Weakness policy Skizzer. I can't fucking believe it. And he's actually gonna go for another Silver Wind here to knock out my Togekiss. And down goes Togekiss. Sadly, he does not get another Silver Wind boost, but he already got one Silver Wind boost, so I'd be satisfied with Silver Wind's performance at this point. Unfortunately for me, I actually have no way to hit Skizzer at this point. My Mismagius doesn't have any offensive moves. It has Taunt, Memento, Will-O-Wisp, and Magic Room with the Dark EMZ Crystal.
Uncut, Unsets.
So, yeah, this isn't a good Mismagius set. So now we can actually go for Flash Cannon and not knock me out because Special Skizzer doesn't hit all that hard. And now I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, just trying to status it, do as much damage as possible because my Mismagius doesn't have any offensive moves. I could have went for Memento, but all I have left is Blissey and a Celebi, so what would have that really done? Not much. So he's going to go for Silver Wind, get another boost. And at this point, it doesn't really matter that he got the boost, but he gets another Silver Wind boost, and down goes my Mismagius. And all I have left is Blissey and my Celebi. So I'm gonna bring out my Blissey here, my exactly, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get Special Skizzer at the end of the day, so he can't really touch my Blissey, right? No, he has superpower. My opponent has superpower on his Special Skizzer. I'm like, why didn't he bring out Skizzer originally against my Blissey? But he said he was afraid of the Key Berry and then the Soft Boiled and then superpower attack drops, which is understandable, I guess, when you think about it. So down goes my Blissey. And at this point, it comes down to if Celebi can actually like outspeed and kill it. But since I do not have Hidden Power Fire, I have Scarf Magic Room with Nasty Plot Psychic and Energy Ball. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a Scarf Psychic here, do as much damage as I can, but since he has the 2 Silver Wind boost, it does no damage at all, and now my opponent can go for the Silver Wind with his weakness policy mixed ass Skizzer with Silver Wind. Like, oh my god, that threw me for a loop. Down goes my Celebi, and my opponent's able to defeat me thanks to weakness policy Special Skizzer. Though to be honest, regular Skizzer could have done me in like much earlier on with Swords Dance because my team was really weak to it, like really weak to it. Like normally my teams have like a Magneton or something to deal with Skizzer since it's in like every underused battle, but I just got destroyed. Oh man, that was amazing, man. Props to my opponent for using the Special Skizzer, and Dual Screen Mammoth is pretty cool to see as well. Then I got to use freaking Serene Grace Blissey, which I thought won the game, early game. Like I really thought that Blissey was about to sweep him dead ass, but no, he got the Toxic off, so eventually I was neutralized. But hey, that Blissey set can become unbeatable if you get enough RNG and you play the game correctly. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this pretty fun underused battle. It's pretty long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you guys enjoy this underused battle and really want to support my channel and what I do here on YouTube, be sure to leave a thumbs up on the video. It really helps me out a lot more than you think, helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and helps get my videos out to more sub boxes and recommended options, and it helps my channel grow. So if you want to see my channel grow, be sure to leave a like on the video. If you want to see me fail, be sure to leave a dislike, I guess. But yeah, the question of the day for this video is going to be, which video games have you guys been playing recently besides Pokemon? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys have been playing lately. I mean, let's be real, no one's playing Ultra Sun and Moon anyway, so let me know what games you've been playing lately. It can even be Pokemon if you want, because I know I'm not playing Ultra Sun and Moon very much lately. Like, I barely play this garbage game. Get me out. I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a lot lately. I like everyone else, like I'm just addicted to this game. I'm not even good, I'm really bad at it, but I still really enjoy it. It has like a place for casuals and, you know, competitive players, which is really nice. I like that a lot. I've also been playing Octopath Traveler, another game from the Nintendo Switch. It's like an RPG game, has amazing music, pretty good story at this point. Like there's 8 different characters that you have to follow their stories around, and it's actually really good. If you're looking for an RPG game, Octopath's definitely a cop. I'm also looking to play Tales of Vesperia. I heard it's a pretty good game, but I want to complete Octopath first before I jump into a new RPG game, because playing multiple RPGs at the same time is like a no. That's the biggest nope of all time. Do not play multiple RPGs at the same time. You will get burnt out of one or the other and never play it again. Like that is what I've learned from playing multiple RPGs at the same time. But that's going to be the question of the day, guys. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. Fun fact, like 85% of viewers at this point would have clicked off the video. So like the 15% of you guys who are still watching, welcome to the club. You can sit at my lunch table if you want. Dear God, what's wrong with me? But that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I love you all very much. You guys honestly make my day so much better. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and what I do on my channel. You guys are amazing. I love you so much, but I'm rambling at this point. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.
Haha, nice voice crack.